So to make the face mask, I have one side of my cotton material left here. It's 10 inches by 6. I have the other one here. So on this one, I place the ends of the elastic just about half an inches in from the corner. Make sure there's no twist on this. And pin it in place. Okay. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. It's about half inch in from the corner. Making sure there's no twist. And pin it in place. Just going to change the angle of my pin to have the pin coming from the outside. Okay, there we go. Then I place the other rectangle of cotton over this, and I'm going to pin it again now, but this time I'm going to go through both sides of the cotton. Okay, so one corner and then down to this corner and then over to this corner. Put the pin in place. There we go. And then we want to do this corner, and this is to make sure everything is in the right position for machining. Okay, we're going to lay this flat, and just to help it, I'm going to put another pin up here and a pin down here. Okay. Now we're going to leave an opening on one side, so I'm just going to put a pin kind of facing out there to highlight that for me. I'm leaving an opening here so I can turn it inside out. So now it's ready for machining, and we're going to machine all the way about half an inch in from the edge to give a good edge, all the way in with your seam allowance, about half an inch up to the corner, over to the other corner, down to this corner, back over and up again. And at the two ends I'll be doing a back stitch on the machine, a reverse stitch to reinforce it, and also I'll do a reverse stitch maybe over the elastics just to keep it secure for you. Okay, so here we are on my industrial machine, and I'm going to start just one side of where we want the opening. So I get a nice wide seam allowance, about half an inch, and my first couple of stitches I'm going to go back over them to keep that secure, and then we go on up here, we go back over the elastic onto the corner. Always have your needle down when you're going around the corner, so you lift the foot, twist your fabric and your mask, and put your foot down again. So then we go forward all the way down here. Okay, so we're going the full length of this now. Okay, I'm just taking this pin out of my way for a second. Okay, I'll leave the needle down to turn the corner. Okay, my elastic is there in place over it, and I'm going back to reinforce it. I keep going to the next corner. To reinforce it again, needle down to go around the corner, and here we go again up this edge. Needle down again to go around the corner, in over my elastic, and that's it, because I'm leaving this open here to be able to turn the mask inside out. So I just snip the threads, and then we go back over to the bench. Now we're back on the bench. One of the things you can do is just snip the corners, but be very careful you don't cut your stitches, and this is going to give a much sharper result when you turn your mask inside out. So just snip the extra fabric at the corners. Okay, and then we're going to turn this inside out. go. There we have our elastics. And as you go around the inside, make sure you get your corners out really well. Okay. There we go. And that's our opening on that side. And if you just flatten it down there with your fingertips, it'll flatten for you. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to leave it down here so you see what way it looks, and then we're going to give it a press with the iron. There we go. A little bit here. You can use the tip of the pin if you have a little bit that's getting stuck, you know, to give it a nice even corner. So there we go. That is the first part of our mask done. So now we need to create the folds on our mask. Okay, so the first fold, we're going to bring it down like that, and you pinch it. It's about 1/4 of an inch, and you pinch it there at the side, and we're going to put a pin on that to hold it. It's quite thick when you have all those layers, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So that's the way that sits, and we put a pin. Now my straight pins are actually a little bit bigger and stronger than normal because I use them for my millinery and for making hats, so they're not as delicate as my dressmaking ones. So now put the pin in there again, and then we go to the other side, and we have another pin to hold that, and then we'll have a look at it when it's flat on the table. There we go. It's actually not bad at all. Okay, so we have 2 there and 2 there, and then you can see how it's going to open up in the middle when you wear it. Okay, so now we're going to go back over to the machine, and we're going to machine all the way around the whole mask, and when we do that, it's going to hold the folds in place, and it's going to close off the opening at the end. Okay, so we're here at the machine, and I'm going to put the mask in there, and as I move forward now, I'm going to take out the pins, and I'm going to reinforce it as I go. So nice and slowly, because it is a little bit thicker. Okay, and then on the bottom edge, I just like to go back over this, and it means that your mask, you know, you can wash your cotton mask in the washing machine. So by giving an extra top stitch on it, it just makes it so much more secure. And there we go, over that, and then the next one, just balance them out there. That's it. And then we're going to go one final top stitch across the top, which is lovely. There we go. We'll lift the needle and snip that. So now we have our mask machined. It's totally secure all the way around. There's no opening at all, and you can give it one final press just to make it. There we go. Okay, and there's your face mask. So when you wear it, it'll open in the center in front of your nose. Okay, and you have your elastics over the ears. I hope that's helped you today. All right, thank you.